Students, have you ever thought of doing something extraordinary in your life? We all want to be recognized for something special by others, but only a few of us do something about it. Do you know who is the first woman in the world to climb Mount Everest twice? The story is about Santosh Yadav, who spread her wings and reached for the top both literally and figuratively. Our story begins from a village in Haryana, India. The sixth child and the only girl was born in an affluent landowner's family that was settled in a conservative society. The girl child was named Santosh, meaning contentment. But this girl was contrary to her name and always wanted more out of her life. Later, this desire led her to become the first woman in the world who scaled the Everest twice. Let us learn more about her. Santosh Yadav had a different perspective towards everything from the beginning. She wasn't ready to accept the societal norms that people around her were already following, such as early marriage, gender discrimination, etc. Therefore, she decided to stand against the system. In an interview, she said, "From the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I chose a correct and a rational path, the others around me had to change, not me." Her family was pressurizing her to get married instead of providing her with higher education. So she left home and got admission in a school in Delhi. Initially, her parents refused to pay the fees, but after some persuasion, they agreed to it. Do you think it was right for her to go against not just the society, but also her parents? Let's see what happened next. After finishing school, she went to Jaipur for further studies. From her hostel room, she could see the Aravalli Hills. Fascinated, she decided to check it out herself. There she met a few mountain climbers who motivated her to take up climbing. Consequently, she enrolled in a course at Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. She only moved forwards from there. She worked hard and excelled in the course. She went on expeditions every year and developed high physical endurance, resistance to cold and altitude. Can you observe the traits of hard work and persistence in her? Well, these traits certainly paid off. In 1992, at the age of 20, she climbed the highest peak of the world, Mount Everest, and became the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. Within 12 months, Santosh joined an Indo-Nepalese women's expedition and climbed Mount Everest for the second time, thus setting a world record as the only woman to have scaled the Everest twice. The Indian government awarded her with the Padma Shri, one of the top honors. She is an outstanding climber. Additionally, she is a remarkable human being. This is evident from the fact that she shared her oxygen mask with a fellow climber. Her efforts to clean up garbage from the Himalayas indicates that she is also a fervent environmentalist. Have you heard of the lines? Difference between an ordinary and extraordinary is a little extra. Don't you think what Santosh did was extraordinary? Of course it was. Can you think of someone else who did something extraordinary? Well, you too can be that someone if you follow the path of perseverance and hard